Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this month's episode of the Releasing the Real You, where we actually covering anything to do with gluten-free, celiac disease, any other uh, diseases. No, I wouldn't call it diseases, but any other condition that requires anyone to go gluten-free. So today, I'm really excited to have Dijon with us, who's on the verge of opening a 100% gluten-free takeaway hub in Hampstead. So warm welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're more than welcome. So tell me a little bit about yourself. So what's your connection to being gluten-free? What's the reason for going gluten-free?
Yeah, so my name's Dijon. So the reason why I've been gluten free is it first boiled down to, as everyone, health reasons. I went vegan for a little while, for a year and a half. At that time, I didn't know I had any problems with gluten. I did bloat here and there. But what happened was I went on a vegan diet and changed all the meat to wheat-based stuff. So slowly but surely, it started to affect my health. I didn't really put two and two together until I went to the doctors quite a few times. I didn't really do much, but I ended up fasting, and then from then learned about my body and how what foods affected me when I put it in there when it was sensitive, and then that's when I found out it was gluten. And that was about 10 years ago. And then since then, it was trial and error for a few years. Unfortunately, I am a foodie, so uh, cutting out the gluten was hard, but I think the pain that I was in at the time just wasn't worth the eating of the gluten. So yeah,
Yeah,
in
I
about
know exactly what you feel, but I'm a big foodie as well. And seriously, the pain and how you feel, it's just not worth it.
definitely not.
Yeah, yeah.
A story.
And then you started making pizzas.
Yeah,
What
during lockdown. At
during
that,
lockdown?
yeah, so 20 end of 2021. As everyone was kind of like doing their passions as they didn't know what was happening. My thing was actually music, so I started DJing, and then from there, I really enjoyed food as well. So I was ordering at that time takeaways, Domino's or Pizza Express, and when you get the pizzas, they're cardboard, and I think I was just fed up of paying the extra that you pay for gluten free and the quality not being there. So my thing was, let me start making pizzas for myself, but at a quality that I would I would pay for, should we say? Because I feel like we always get put to the background. So my girlfriend at the time, my ex-girlfriend at the time, she was ordering pizza. So when I would get mine, I would pay more. And when it came, hers was double the size. So I thought, no,
Yeah.
there's something's got to change here. Let me at least try. So yeah, went on YouTube, kind of learn how to make pizzas that way. Bought a pizza oven. At the time it was winter, so I didn't want to get the outdoor pizza oven. So I got one for my kitchen. Uh,
Okay.
and just slowly started making pizzas for myself, for my family. My twin sister was the one that said, "Why don't you kind of do this as a business?" And for me, I thought, yeah, why not? Let me see. So I started giving them out for free, and then slowly built the business and the name and the product up from there.
Okay, very interesting. And do you, yeah, I'm sure, I mean, I did see a picture somewhere on Instagram from your first pizza and the pizza today, which big transformation there.
Yeah, it took a lot of practice just to get it round. I think it took about a year
Yeah.
to be able to consistently get the pizzas around.
Hmm.
The dough is so delicate. So yeah, that was a good achievement for me.
Yeah. What do you feel making gluten-free pizza? What do you feel is like the hardest part? Obviously, there's no gluten, so you can't really toss it around and do whatever you can see on YouTube or on TV or whatever. So
I wish I could do it because it looks quite fun, and
yeah.
I guess customers would love me seeing me do that. But I think the hardest part is I would just say handling the dough because it is quite a high hydration. So it tears quite easily and it's quite soft. So to actually get it into a circle at a quick pace is hard. And I think For example, when I do markets or the Free From Festival, there's always a queue. And for me, some people, I can tell a lot of people are very patient, but I can tell that some people are like, come on, like I've been standing here for a little while. But I think if people actually handled the dough and realized how delicate it is to even get it in a circle at this pace that I do, it is hard enough. So that would be my biggest obstacle when it comes to gluten free is the dough.
Hmm. And you mentioned when it comes to eating out, like the extra cost for gluten free. Is there anything else that you feel that is an issue when eating out?
For me, it's definitely the safety aspect. Um, I feel like we have a lot more options than we did, let's say, 5 or 10 years ago, and which is great, and the quality is getting better. But I think just the cross contamination risk is for me a big issue. It always is, and whenever I go out, I only go to places that make 100%, or their menu might be 98%, and they've got a good understanding of cross contamination. Because there is so many times when I have gone places and I have asked, okay, even the little things like changing gloves or changing or having a different fryer to the
Yeah.
gluten containing um, products, and they're like, I think so. Let me just double check. And for me, it's either if you don't know, then I don't trust. I don't trust.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
when you come back and tell me the answer, I probably would be like, don't, it's fine, because for me, I kind of need the guarantee that there isn't going to be, I'm not going to be sick after,
Yeah,
even though that
yeah,
is still not the case. You might even still get sick, but and that has happened to me with one of the big chains. Said it was gluten free, put a gluten free sticker, but for me, I was like, I know what the gluten free one should taste like, and this doesn't taste like it. Are you sure? Yes. Let me. I then spoke to the manager. I said, "Oh, can I get?" It was barbecue sauce at the time, but they put Jack Daniel's sauce on it. So I
Oh
said,
wow.
can I just get a tub of your barbecue sauce? It came and it was different to the one on the ribs. So then
Hmm.
I said, I think you've given me a wrong one. And then they've come back and said, oh, so sorry, so sorry. But for me, I asked 3 times. You said it was gluten free. You've even put a flag to say it's gluten free, but it wasn't. So like little things like that, I think um, it's a struggle when it comes.
Yeah. No, definitely. I agree with you about the trust, and also I was in a pub where I know that the chips are fried separately, and I ordered something that was fried that said on the menu gluten free. So I expected it to be fried with the chips, obviously, and next day or a few hours later, I realized it wasn't, and it didn't even cross my mind. And so those are the kind of stuff that, as you say, you have to check all the time, and it is tiring for sure. Yeah.
So you had to go through that as well.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. So, okay, so that's a big thing. And is that something that made you want to open a place? Or obviously you started doing pop-ups, as you said, and you're now opening your own place in Hampstead. What made you decide to open a hub as opposed to doing pop-ups?
So I've always wanted my own space. To be honest, I still want my own dining. Unfortunately, the place in Hampstead isn't dining. There is benches outside for people to sit, but for me, I really want a gluten-free bar. So all the drinks gluten-free, plus the food gluten-free. So just a place where everyone can come and know that whatever they order to drink and eat is going to be gluten-free. So with in terms of doing my own space rather than pop-ups, I think I've been doing pop-ups now properly for about a year and a half, and I feel like it's going really well. But I think for me, a lot of people want me to be in one place and know that they know that they can come and see me any time of the day. So
Mhm.
any time of the day and any time of the week in one place. And it does get a bit confusing because at one time I might be doing 4 pop-ups in that week. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, where is he this week? Let me check his Instagram, or they might miss a story. And for me, I think it just aligned. The person that reached out to me, his son's celiac, so he was looking for someone to come into their space and take over. their little hub that they have. And he said that a lot of businesses did ask, but he wants like a gluten-free hub in Hampstead. I've been there. There's nothing there gluten free, so I can see
Mhm.
why he was who.
Yeah.
And I think just going there, just speaking to the guy, he's a really nice guy, and I think it just aligns, and I think it would be nice to also have a place where people can come and just know that everything that they are going to order is going to be gluten free.
Hmm.
Currently, it is pizzas, but I am going to be opening up in the daytimes to also sell coffees and pastries and bakes and all the good stuff that we love to make and eat.
Hmm. That's exciting. Definitely, I do agree with you. Hampstead is very low on gluten-free options. There's so many bakeries around where you can't find anything, obviously. So yeah, that'd be really good. And what's your vision for the next few years? Obviously, you did mention you'd like a dining place as well. Is that something that you still thinking about after, well, obviously you don't know how it's going to go in
I don't know how it's going to
Hampstead, and I'm
go.
sure it's going to be a big success, but
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I could see a little Dijon in all the different like areas, even if it is just to sell gluten-free pastries from other makers and maybe have one that does pizzas. But I could see that growing. I think I've always there's a few different ideas that I've always had for the gluten-free space because I think um, there's a lot of not there sorry there isn't a lot of fun when you think about gluten free. It's always quite serious and quite. We don't have a good name, so I really want to like start doing gluten free events as well, or parties, or like um, things to events to bring us together in a fun way. So that's the plan for the next couple of years.
yeah,
Um,
could do that in Hampstead in the summer when we can
yeah, that's fun. That would
all
be
can sit around outside.
yeah. Ideally, we'll be able to do it in all four corners, should we say, of London.
Mhm.
Because I feel like we do have like for example the Free From Festival, but I think because it's there like once a year or
Yeah,
maybe once a year, I feel like um we need something a bit more consistent that can also uh, run alongside because I feel like with the gluten free community, it's so big, and I feel like we need more events and more fun.
yeah, definitely. It would be nice to have a little festival,
Yeah,
which we, all kinds of gluten-free products regularly. As you say, once a year is definitely not enough. I think London is end of May or something like that, and except for that, there's nothing.
exactly. Uh,
So
unfortunately, but yeah, hopefully we can change that. Hopefully we can have more of a consistent gluten-free food festival or party or
mhm.
day party, evening party, any party really. But yeah, gluten-free drinks, gluten-free food. As long as it's gluten-free, it doesn't have to be vegan, but we would love, of course, vegan would also be included.
Yeah.
Um,
How are you dealing with other allergens in your place?
so I ideally wouldn't want to have nut product.
Okay.
I
Hmm.
guess there might be one or two, but I would obviously keep that to a minimum, just because I know that there are people with severe nut allergies, and I think also I would use like separate
Yeah,
what do you call it? Separate equipment.
sure.
I've got two ovens, so then I could make sure I can alternate in terms of
Hmm.
one for dairy, for normal. But with me, I'm gluten free, dairy free. I don't really have nuts either, so for me, I kind of know about the cross contamination
Yeah.
aspect. So and I kind of know what I'll be ordering anyway. And majority of the items would either be gluten free, would definitely be gluten free, but I mean vegan or dairy free at least.
Hmm.
And yeah, trying to minimize the amount of nut content.
Yeah.
products as well, just to
Although your Nutella pizza is amazing.
actually, yeah, that is one thing that I probably won't be able to not have on the menu because everybody's had the Nutella pizza and was like, yes.
With the pistachio little bits on top. It's just incredible. So yeah. Um, so that needs to be on. The rest, I don't care. So
Um,
if someone who is gluten-free, what from your experience, what are your top three tips for someone who's gluten-free?
what just diagnosed or
In general, I would say.
I would say with gluten free, I would say the first one is yeah is to double check when you go somewhere. Definitely ask if it's safe because yeah a lot of let's say waiters and waitresses might not know. So it's probably best to ask the
Manager or yeah.
manager.
I
Um,
mean, I always surprise how, I mean, in my opinion, anyone that deals with food in any establishment should be trained on allergens. It just doesn't make any sense.
so and I think it just needs to be more of an importance
Mm.
in like treat it as life or death. I know they treat nut allergies as a life as death, a life and death, but I think they should also treat all allergies as life or
Yeah.
death, rather than just be sorry if they accidentally gluten you, and because that it might be okay for them, but we're going to be the ones suffering.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it's true. They should definitely introduce training for sure. And I think the second thing is to download the Find Me gluten-free app, or I've heard of Atlee, but I haven't used Atlee yet.
Same.
But
Hmm.
definitely have an app where you can find gluten-free products. Because every time I go abroad, I'll use Find Me gluten-free, and at least then you've got people that have put their experience down on there. Or I found quite a few amazing
Yeah.
places as
I'm
well.
sure your place will be on there very soon.
So I
Yeah.
hope so. I haven't even thought about that actually.
I might add it.
um, and I'd say the third one is um, I would say just don't feel afraid to just I'd just say be you in terms of if you're gluten free, just own it. Like don't feel scared or like don't be nervous. Of, like I know your friends might pick like make fun of you. I know my friends do, but at the end of the day, it's life for me. So I'm gluten free. Yeah, I'm gluten free. Do I have to ask the waiter for a different menu? Yes, I do, and that's fine. I know you might be funny to you, but I might feel like I'm being extra, as they might say, but just do it. Just like your health comes first. So just make sure that you're safe before anything else.
That's such an important point. Yeah. And don't feel like you're a pain. You just do it for you. Yeah. Super important point. So thanks for sharing that. And just to finish off, where can people get hold of you? I know you're very active on Instagram. So what are your handles? I will put that down, obviously, in the notes of the show anyway. But
Thank you. So on my gluten-free pizza page, which is good effing pizza, the effing can be whatever you want it to be.
I forgot to ask actually, where does the name come from?
Good effing. So I wanted to have gluten-free in the name without it being too obvious. So the
Okay.
So I was thinking, okay, what's right, what's good for GF, and then just good effing. Just I don't know how it came, but that day it just came into my head, and I thought, oh, that's quite a good name to. It's not too obvious. It's fun. It's kind of like rememberable,
Hmm.
and yeah, so that's how that came about. Good effing pizza. So that would be Good Effing Pizza on Instagram, Facebook as well. I'm not really on there actively, but you can reach me on there, or the new Instagram for the Dijon Hampstead, which is Dijon underscore Hampstead. So that again, that would show you all the information of who will be there that week or what products will be selling that week. Yeah, the idea for Dijon is to have different makers come in maybe every other week or showcase different makers products each week. So I might have your products there next week or the week after, and then from there they will then look on my Instagram to see whose products they can buy that week.
Fantastic. I already heard that there's going to be some donuts at some point from
Yes.
Borough
Yeah.
22. So, yeah, no need to go into central London anymore.
Yes. Ideally, I would like them to be every Saturday.
Okay.
But it'll be every Saturday, the Saturdays that I don't have people in the kitchen, just because the people that are in the kitchen, I want their products to kind of shine that day. Uh,
Mhm.
and then the Saturdays that it'll just be me. I'll be selling his donuts, the yum yums. I don't know what he's put in them, but they're better than the donuts.
I haven't tried those yet. So I
Yeah,
only tried a donut before. So, yeah.
that's great, amazing. But the yum yums are on a different level now.
Okay. Looking forward to try that. So, all I can say is good luck with the opening.
Thank you.
I might be first one in the queue when you open on the 26th.
Yeah. So 26th will be pizzas, 29th will be all the cakes and coffees and stuff. I wanted to put it separate just because I didn't want to overwhelm myself.
Yeah.
And I want to give obviously the people the best experience possible, less amount of waiting time. So I think if I offer pizzas and let Ryan and Emma do their thing, at least then people don't have to wait as much as they would usually, unfortunately. But yeah, and then Wednesdays when I'll do the so it'll be bagels. I'll be using our good friend Good Grain Bagels and my gluten-free bakery. Them two I'll be using their products for the bagels, and then I'll have managers, croissants, and pastries as a regular thing, and then I'll also have other people's like gluten-free bakes, cakes, cookies, breads, etc. Um, from the
Fantastic. The gluten-free hub in Hampstead. So that'd be amazing.
but yes,
Very good. So I'll put the address down in the notes of the show as well. So anyone that wants and that needs or that desires anything gluten-free, um, go to the new cafe opening on Sunday, 26th of October.
thank you. No, I appreciate that. And
Yeah.
also, if anybody does have any gluten-free recommendations of who they might want there or the products that they want there, or what they think I should sell or shouldn't sell, just yeah, give me a message, just so I can have that for whoever would want that when they do come down.
That's fantastic. Yes. Yeah, I'm sure there's some people that know lots of different things that we're not aware of or things that someone wants on a regular basis. So that's a great thing. I mean, there was a time where I was thinking of a gluten-free supermarket, which you find in other countries, but obviously being out of Europe is a little bit trickier now to import stuff and things like that. So yeah, it's great to have your hub coming up. So thanks for being here and good luck. And I'm sure I'll see you a lot for some great pizza.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing you a lot. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.